Hey guys, so I'm here for this week's video, and I know it is 2 days late. That is because yesterday I was going to upload it and it ended up not being able to upload because of my internet was being so shit, because we are waiting for them to fix it on the 19th. And also on Sunday I didn't film it because I had a massive hangover and I was in no way, shape or form to actually film anything because I felt like absolute crap. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing why you should travel while you're young. And I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you should. So number 1, traveling teaches you to live an adventure. So when you get old, into your late 60s through to 80s, you're going to look back on your life and you're not going to regret the things that you did. You're going to enjoy the memories that you made, and traveling will help you make many more. And it's not the things at the end of your life, it's not the things that you did that you regret, it's the things that you didn't do. And traveling allows you to live an adventure, as I just said. You get to visit all these different places, you get to experience so many different things. Number 2, traveling helps you encounter compassion. It is when you're young, that's when you get most of your morals and you're pretty much impacted and you grow the most when you're young. And once you get old enough, then it's harder to get out of your deep-rooted ways of thinking and all the stuff that has been impressed upon you. So that's why you travel while you're young, because you're able to experience all the different types of compassion and the like. Because in the way that you travel, you get to see all the ways that the world is affected in different ways of their culture, or the way wars may affect them, all the different things. Like if you travel to Southeast Asia or any of those places, you'll most likely encounter like the slave trade kind of thing. Not that you'll end up in slavery, but it's you'll hear about that. Or if you travel to Eastern Europe or just Europe in general, you'll figure out what happened with the genocide and all that kind of stuff. You'll encounter more of those stories than you would over in any of the other Western countries. But if you don't live there, you won't be able to experience that. So if you travel, you'll be able to experience those in a second-hand form kind of way. And in a sense, it'll make you more connected to those around you, because you'll have a new found sense of empathy. You'll be able to see that what they're going through each and every day, and you'll be able to realize that the world is both big and small, and that people live their life in many different ways, and they have affected by a vast majority of different things. And by traveling, you get to see all this stuff and experience it in different ways and forms. So, and which allows you to become more compassionate in all these different aspects. And number three is traveling allows you to get some culture. While you're still young, get some culture. Get to know the world and the people that live in it. Because you might, if you just live in your own small town or just to your neighboring city, you might experience some different types of cultures kind of, but not to the extent if you went halfway across the world, because they will be living in most likely in a completely different way to you. Even if it's another Western country, say if you live in America and you visit Australia, we live completely different ways. Or if you go to France or any of those countries, you'll experience many different things because they don't all live the exact same way. So you'll get cultured while you're young, and then that's, as I said before, you get those more ideas pushed onto you, and you're able to experience all the different wonders that are in the world. And the world is filled with all different art and all that kind of stuff, so you get to experience all those different things if you go to those countries, and it just makes, I guess, life worth living. But then you might ask the question, what if I'm not young? Even if you're not young, it's still travel. It might be harder, but just do something to get out of your comfort zone, and then maybe you can go a bit further, because it's harder once you're older, because you're most likely more tied down. You might have a family, have a full-time job. When you're young, you might have a full-time job when you're young, but you might not be tied down by all those other things like kids and all that kind of stuff. So that's why it's better to travel while young. But even if you're old, there's nothing stopping you from traveling. It might just be a bit harder, but you still should travel because you still get to experience the entire world. But then you get people that if you say to them, just travel around the world, do experience stuff, they go, yeah, but... And then it's followed by stuff like, yeah, but what about debt? What about, is that place safe? I don't really like traveling, I don't know anybody. Yeah, but what about my job? What about my boyfriend? Or what about my partner? You must always be careful about this yeah, but. It all will most likely always kill your dreams. So just don't worry about the yeah buts, because they will limit your view and you won't be able to do as much because you'll be all just thinking about, yeah, but what will this do? I mean, think about it in like the sense of like the small stuff, like the actual common sense stuff, but not the overarching thing like, yeah, but what if I don't like it there? Just go out there and experience it, because you have literally nothing to lose. You will gain more than you will lose. That's why you'll reap the benefits of being able to travel around the world. That's all I have for today, guys. I hope you like this video. If you want me to do more of these kinds of videos, just give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment down below stating where you've traveled in the world. And as always, guys, stay safe. Peace.